So welcome to Soul Food. My name is Father Ben Bradshaw. It's a great blessing to have you. Today we are celebrating our Soul Food episode here on a boat in the middle of the Mississippi River. And so it's a great blessing. I'm here with my dear friends, Dr. Kathy Schanzer and Tom Lewis. And it is a great blessing for me just to be with them. I love them so much. I've known them for many, many years. And so we're here on the boat, having some shrimp, sitting in the middle of the Mississippi River, and I have spent, as I've shared on Soul Food before, I've spent my whole life here in Memphis. And to come and to see this city from this angle, we're right in the middle of the river. And we just celebrated Mass, and so we're coming and I want to ask them a little bit about their faith and about their work. And they do mission work in Africa. And they've been going there since how long?
1988.
1988 they've been going. And so it is such an honor. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Wow, thanks for having me.
Yeah, the honor's ours. Glad to have you
so
aboard.
How did you guys get involved in this and going to Africa? I mean, and like where in the world did that come from?
Yeah,
I mean, this thought.
It's Kathy's dream.
Really?
When I was a kid at Shrine of the True Cross Catholic School in Dickinson, Texas, I heard a Marinelle missionary talk about the missions. And I decided at that point, that's what I was going to do. Now, I was never planning to get married, and I certainly was not planning to have 7 kids. So I don't know why the Holy Spirit detoured me there for a little while. But
It was this really great guy he had before.
And so after when I was in medical school, actually, I remember going to my advisor and saying, I really want to do mission work, and I love ophthalmology, but I just don't think I can do enough there. I'm thinking of primary care, pediatrics, family practice. He goes, well, Jesus healed the blind. Don't you think you could do that? And I'm like,
Like, what do you say to that? Yeah.
And so when I finished my residency, by that point we had 3 kids, and I kept telling Tom, it's here, it's calling me. I gotta go.
She had a real hunger for it.
So she comes to you and says this when you have 3 children, that she wants to go to Africa.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it some before we got married, but I didn't realize how strong of a passion and conviction it was for her. I just didn't realize that. And I don't know that we talked about it a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so I had sort of a wait and see kind of an attitude about it. I didn't know that would happen or not. But as she locked on to a program and began to gather medical supplies and surgical supplies.
You realized it.
I mean, I was kind of like, this train's getting ready to move here. And so you can either jump on or get out of the way, but you got to do something. And I thought, my whole attitude was, because I was so naive and stupid about mission work, was that, well, if she's dumb enough to go kill herself, I guess I'll go with her. So.
But I had just gone into the American Academy of Ophthalmology has a book that you can look up different mission programs for 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years or whatever. And I thought, well, here's one in the back, Nigeria, for 2 weeks. We can do 2 weeks. I mean, somebody can stay with the kids for 2 weeks. They're not going to die for 2 weeks. And so I called the guy, and he goes, yeah, well, in March 1988, that we've got an opening then. And I said, oh, great, who's going to be going? And he goes, whoever you get together. And I said, you don't understand, I've never done this before. And he goes, that's fine, you'll figure it out. And I said, well, what do I need to bring? He goes, whatever you need. And I said, well, I'll need instruments, and I'll need intraocular lenses, I need all these things. And he goes, you'll figure it out. And so, I'm just
and we figured
it out. And there were some amazing things. One of the sales, everybody who came in, I was begging, can you give me samples? Can you make a donation? Can you do something? One of the sales reps came in and he goes, Schanzer, do you happen to know Father Frank Schanzer from Port Arthur, Texas? That's my uncle. He gave me a check for $1,000. Now, 1988, $1,000.
That was a lot of money.
I was a ton of money.
Yeah.
It really helped us a lot because I was just out of residency.
Plus, you had 3 kids at home.
And we had 3 kids at home, and we had to get everything, supplies.
We had, when we finally left, Kathy had gathered about 50 boxes of stuff. Now, imagine doing this today, but we literally walked up to the ticket counter, of Northwest Airlines, and we said, we're going to Africa, and we've got 50 boxes of stuff that needs to go with us. And they looked at us like, you poor, stupid, ignorant people. Just a second. And about 15 minutes later, this lady came back from behind the the wall where she disappeared to. She goes, "Okay, we're going to take it for you."
No way.
All the way.
But no,
Really?
we did
all
have
the way to
we did
Nigeria.
have proper documentation. Remember,
Oh,
we had gotten
we
a
had-
letter
we had
of
all that.
invitation. We had all the right stuff.
But can you imagine what it
Oh.
would cost us to do that
Oh
now?
my
if
gosh.
they would even
Oh,
do
absolutely.
Yeah.
it. You know.
But keep in mind, you've never been to Africa.
Right.
We
And this,
didn't know what we
and this
were
was
doing.
1988,
Yeah.
so there weren't hijackings and there wasn't all this security and stuff. And I was still skeptical. I was skeptical all the way up until we actually got to the village where we ultimately worked, and it was the people there that changed.
Was it?
I was just a tag along.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, whatever. You know, if this is something you got to do, then I guess I got to do it
Because
too.
we landed in
Gosh,
Lagos,
that's incredible.
and all these guys have these big machine guns, you know, and,
Yeah, that was actually our first trip was the scariest. Not because it was our first, because that's the only place where we encountered young men with big guns.
and
Which city? Which country is Lagos in?
That's
It's
in
in-
Nigeria.
it's in Nigeria.
So they fly into Nigeria. They've never been to Africa before. So they come. They're going. Both of them. Keep in mind, there's no one there to guide them. Say this is where you're supposed to be. So you guys
so,
go in.
So we start taking all these boxes off the conveyor belt and stacking them up, and these soldiers are taking their guns
and
Yeah.
so
with
you
the
know me,
butts
I'm
and
explaining.
kinda kick 'em a
this
little
is for
bit.
glaucoma, and this is for. And Tom's going, just shut up.
absolutely wearing them out. Absolutely wearing them out. I'm thinking, they're going to shoot us just to shut us up.
To shut her up.
and so somehow or another, it works that all these people start helping us, and nobody's trying to steal it. It gets to the transport bus. It gets us to the hotel, and the next day back, and we fly then to Calabar on the other side of southeast Nigeria.
Of course,
And
we're
we-
on Nigerian Air, which has ball tires and oil
No.
leaking
Oh,
out.
got
it,
to
it
be
was
kidding
really
me.
scary.
And they tell you,
That's where we learned that's where we invented our one more time prayer. You know,
So-
so whatever the occasion, okay, Lord, just have this plane make it
But they-
one more
but they
time.
told us when they gave us the
We
boarding
pray that
pass.
when we go over bridges,
Yeah.
or we get on different planes.
That they told us they sell more boarding passes than there are places to sit.
You
And so people get in and they lift the arms up, and 5 people sit where
You
3
gotta be
should sit.
kidding.
No,
It was bizarre.
so you just
I mean,
run.
You know where we put luggage in the overhead rack? Well, they had little chicken coots. Chickens were being. It was wild, and it was hot, and
And
everybody's
there's-
sweating. And guess what they're serving? Since
Hot
they're
tea.
former British
Hot-
colony,
hot tea.
tea. Hot tea. Would you like some tea?
Would you like a spot tea?
It was really weird. So we fly to Calabar and we land there, and then these nuns that hit me about my chest, who talked more than Kathy. I mean, not that she talked that much, but these nuns were talking in a very derogatory way toward the soldiers at these checkpoints.
Oh,
Then
really?
I knew we were going to be shot to shut them up. You know, it
These
was
little nuns,
wrong.
they just shake their finger at
I
these
mean,
big
they were
soldiers.
getting, and the soldiers were just kind of backing off, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
honey, this
Yeah.
is not good.
Tom's like, "We're gonna
we're
die,
in the
we're gonna
car,
die."
we're in the car, you know, watching them out in front of the car, saying, "We're not going to give you any money. You can't take any of our supplies. We need these things." And you can just tell the soldiers like, "Get your finger out of my face, lady," you know. But it worked
I can
out. It
picture
worked
them
out just
kind
fine.
of dragging them by their ear.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so anyway, we made it fine.
Gosh,
and then we got into the village, and the people were just
So
so
wonderful.
appreciative. They just loved
Did
us.
they know that you were coming?
Yeah, they had
They did
signs
know.
everywhere that the American Eye Doctor was coming,
Okay.
and so they're, you know.
So Dr. Shanzer, what she does, she'll go into, now she works primarily in a village called Sarabu in Sierra Leone, which is on the west coast of Africa. And but what she does is she will help people with cataracts, doing cataract surgery now. And what they did when they first went there in 1988, they went originally to Nigeria, which is near Sierra Leone, and Benin and Togo, Burkina Faso, and many of the countries there. But they speak many different languages, so it's not like they all speak one language. They speak many languages. So they went without knowing anybody. Talk about be not afraid, right? Oh my gosh.
Well,
So you
and-
get
and
there.
let me bring this story full circle. That was 1988. In July of 2016,
This
just a
past
couple
summer.
of months ago, I'm on my motorcycle. I pull into Rocky Ford, Colorado, St. Peter's Church, and I meet the pastor. And we start talking. And I learned that he's from Nigeria, and he learns from me that our fish mission trip was to Nigeria, a few miles from where he grew up. And he was there at the time we were there.
No way.
And grabbed my hand and couldn't shake it enough, because I want to thank you, the American eye doctors who helped so many people from my village.
Oh my God.
I was there when you were there.
That's how small the world is.
Yeah, Father Paul. Yeah.
What was going through your mind when he said this?
Oh, I was just freaking out. It's like, okay, Holy Spirit's doing it again. We've got a lot of Holy Spirit
and you
stories
met him in
of people.
Colorado?
Yeah, of people weaving, the Holy Spirit weaving our lives together. Just amazing stories, and that's just one more.
That is amazing.